Well, hi. I had been reading the new Ball book of canning, and I found this beautiful picture here. See it? And it's for caramelized pineapple habanero salsa. Doesn't that sound good? And guess what? I found a couple of pineapples that are oh so fragrant. They're really ripe and they were on sale. So let's make caramelized pineapple habanero salsa. Come along with me. So this is a pretty simple recipe. It doesn't have a lot of ingredients. You need 2 pineapples and you're going to be cutting them up in about inch strips. 1 habanero, and it's supposed to be seeded and diced. I forgot to seed it, so mine's going to be a little hotter. A 1/2 cup of cilantro and 2 cups, and I did a kind of a coarse dice so it would look prettier, of red onion. You need, supposed to be fresh lime juice for 1/2 cup, but I didn't have it, so I'm using real lime, 1/2 cup. And you're going to need 1/4 cup sugar divided and 1.5 teaspoons salt. And that really is all there is to it. Okay, the first thing you have to do is cut a pineapple. So you want to cut off the end, this part right here. And some people actually grow the pineapple, another pineapple from here. Not a great thing for us to do here in Michigan, but they say if you actually tear off the top, it's better if you're going to do that. In my case, this is going in the compost pile. So, now we have our delicious pineapple. And there's many ways to do this, but the way I do it is, can you see the center core there? I'm cutting on the other side of that. There's one. We're going to do the other big one here. Doesn't that look nice? And then on the side. Okay, so this go in the sink, and then there's still a little core here, so we want to get that out. So just and there you go. Now we'll do it to the other one. Yep, just a little core there. Now you have to remove the outside. So we'll start with this piece, which of course is easier. And you're just going to want to remove where those, see those eyes? You want to remove that. There, whoops, got a little on there. There, nice piece. So with this, I'm going to cut it in half. And then we're going to remove the outside similarly. Kind of like you would on a melon. So here's this nice piece without, we've got to remove a little eye there, but otherwise, there it is. So I'll be back when I'm done doing both of the pineapples. Now you've cut up all your slices, and you're supposed to coat a tray with cooking spray. Instead of using that, I'm using my mat here that's non-stick. So I'm putting each of these. They're cutting about 1 inch. Up a little. And it said to do 2 pineapples, but somehow I think this is going to be more than 6.5 cups caramelized pineapple. If so, I'll eat it. I do love pineapple. And there's just some little pieces in here, and I don't think we'll need them, so I'll eat them. Something I should mention, when you pick out your pineapple, make sure it's as ripe as possible. You can tell because of the yellow coloring and the fragrant smell, because the pineapple doesn't ripen anymore after being picked. And this one was definitely ripe. Then you're going to take your sugar, and a 1/4 cup sugar, and just sprinkle a little bit over the pineapple. Although why this needs more sugar, I don't know, because boy, is it sweet and it's really good. Okay. Guess that's going to bring out the juices and maybe help caramelize it. Now you're going to put it in a 400-degree oven for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we're going to flip it over. The timer went off. The 15 minutes is up. Now you're just going to take it and flip it over. Like that. And you're going to do that with each piece. And then you're going to put it back in the oven for another 10 to 15 minutes until you can see it start to caramelize, you know, kind of turn brown. So I'll finish turning these and be back in 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes I took it out, and the syrup was getting just a little brown to it, but the pineapple really didn't get brown at all. And now I've cut it all up into little slices, and I'm going to measure it because we need 6.5 cups. Be back when I'm done. So our pineapple's all sliced up, and we're ready for the next step. And we're going to place our pineapple in the saucepan. Do you notice some of these lighter chunks of pineapple? Well, the reason for that is it said 2 2-pound pineapples. I guess mine might not have weighed 2 pounds a piece. They didn't have the weight, just bought them. There was a price per pineapple. Anyway, I did not have exactly 6.5 cups, so I cooked up a little of the pineapple tidbits in the can, and I've added it to it, so I have enough. So placing the pineapple, because you needed 6.5 cups after sliced. I'm going to add that red onion, which, whew, that smells. Habanero. Every last bit there. And our lime juice. Then we're just going to put it on medium heat on our burner and bring it to a boil. Be back when it starts boiling. It's boiling nicely. I've set the timer for 5 minutes, and I'm going to stir occasionally during that 5 minutes, and then I'll be back. I just wanted to mention about improvising with adding the pineapple tidbits. That is fine, but you have to be careful if you ever change the quantities of items or what you substitute, because it can change the acidity of the recipe, and you have to be careful when you're water bath canning. You don't want something to spoil or, you know, like poison your entire family, that type of thing. So anyway, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Timer went off, and now it's time to add our cilantro and 2 tablespoons remaining sugar, and a teaspoon and a half of salt. Mix this in. Ooh, cilantro gives it a nice color, doesn't it? You smell the cilantro. Now we're going to take it off the heat, and for half of this we're going to process. It says in a food processor. I'm going to see if it will work in my blender. Okay, so let's see if it will work on the chop setting. On chop. Well, I think that's pretty good because it says you don't want to pulverize it. So now we'll mix it back into the other pan. Okay, we're going to cook over medium heat here for 5 minutes until everything is thoroughly heated. And then we'll be back. Now it's time to fill our jars. This is cooked down a bit. I don't know if this is going to be 4 jars or not. This really only made 3 jars. We've got this left over, but that way I can taste it. Now, of course, you remove your air bubbles. And then wipe your rims. And you've heated your lids. Take them out. And now finger tight them. Now we're going to process these in the water bath canner for 15 minutes. For my altitude, always check for your altitude. Now you're going to want to bring your water to a boil before you start timing the 15 minutes. And make sure you have an inch or 2 of water above your cans. Be back when they're done. Well, here are the finished jars. I think the red of the onion, the green of cilantro, and the yellow of pineapple is really pretty. These would make great Christmas gifts. Now for the taste test. I put this in the freezer a little bit to cool it off. I don't really like hot salsa. Well, I like it spicy hot. Sweet first, and then the heat. Of course, remember I put in the habanero seeds also. This is really good. You might not want to give it away for gifts. You might want to keep it for yourself. Kind of addictive. This is Pepper Potpourri saying, this is really yummy. I hope you try it. Please subscribe, share the knowledge, and thumbs up if you like this video.